welcome back, lawmakers. You're beginning a new session today. Let me give you a quick refresher of what you might have missed during your 7-week recess that you felt you deserved to take, even though you didn't pass a funding bill to fight the deadly Zika virus. While you were sipping lemonade on your lawn chairs and relaxing, the Zika virus has been spreading throughout the country. Just to bring you up to speed now, there are more than 2,700 Zika cases in the continental United States as of now, including 35 people who locally contracted from mosquito bites the mysterious and potentially devastating virus. Also, 624 pregnant women in this country show possible signs of Zika, faced with the horrifying possibility that their babies may be born with severe birth defects. The director of the Centers for Disease Control, Dr. Tom Frieden, warns money that is currently being used to combat Zika will run out by the end of this month. Let's bring in CNN government regulation correspondent Renee Marsh, who's up on Capitol Hill. Renee, the Senate's expected to vote on the Zika funding bill moments from now, the one that they failed to pass 7 weeks ago. Any indication it's going to move forward this time around?
Yeah, Jake, that vote is supposed to happen in about another hour from now, and we do not expect it to pass. As you mentioned, lawmakers, they're fresh off of that 7-week recess, and they are picking up where they left off with that blame game. Take a listen.
It's hard to explain why, despite their own calls for funding, Senate Democrats decided to block a bill that would keep pregnant women and babies safer.
Democrats pleaded for Republicans to cut short the 7-week break and return to the Capitol in order to pass emergency Zika funding. Republicans said, no, we're going to stay home some more.
All right, and that $1.1 billion emergency Zika funding would go towards things like creating a vaccine as well as killing off that mosquito population. But the fight here on Capitol Hill is not really about money. It comes down to abortion politics as well as the Confederate flag. That's right. So the Democrats are complaining that tied to this Republican bill is language that would prevent Planned Parenthood and similar type health clinics from receiving any of that emergency funding. But the Democrats are arguing that because Zika can be spread through sexual activity, that Planned Parenthood and similar clinics should receive some of that funding. And also the other hurdle, Jake, is the Confederate flag. There is language in this bill that it would essentially allow Confederate flags to fly at veterans' cemeteries. Jake?
And Renee, Florida is, of course, the Zika hot zone in the continental United States. What are officials there doing to try to pressure Congress to address Zika funding?
Well, we know that Senators Marco Rubio, who, by the way, is up for re-election, he has really been vocal about getting something done about this, passing this bill. Also, Senator Nelson, also very vocal on this. We know that the governor of Florida, Rick Scott, was supposed to come here to Capitol Hill to lobby and push these lawmakers to pass this funding bill. However, that trip had to be canceled because of the response and recovery efforts in Florida due to that hurricane that blew through. I spoke with the office, Governor Scott's office today. They say that they do plan on rescheduling that trip. Of course, the push is to get this funding bill passed. And until that is done, Jake, the pressure will just mount on both sides, because with people going to the polls, the thing that these lawmakers cannot afford is for nothing to be done, for politics essentially to get in the way of Congress tackling this public health issue that is bad optics. They do not want that before people go to the polls. So the pressure is mounting. But again, that vote expected to happen in about an hour. We do not expect it to